To fulfill his beloved mom's final wish, a devoted son wheeled her to the dance floor at his wedding and lifted her for an emotional dance. There was no dry eye in the house as the duo swayed to the music, sharing priceless and unforgettable moments. Scooter Hightower from Nashville, Tennessee loved his mother, Terry Hightower, with every fiber of his being. They were a happy and close-knit family who enjoyed each day to the fullest and welcomed life with open arms. Then one day, fate's cruel intervention changed everything they had once known. It all started in December 2019 when Terry received a spine-chilling diagnosis. She had ALS, also known as amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, a rare neurological disease that mainly impacts the neurons associated with controlling voluntary muscle movement. What shattered the Hightowers was the painstakingly difficult realization that ALS was incurable, which meant they had limited time with their lovely Terry. The gut-wrenching news shattered not only Scooter and his father, but their entire network of relatives, friends, and community members. Scooter said it took him a long time to choose the perfect song, and that his sister helped him make the right choice. Their deepest, darkest fears came true when Terry's condition began declining. By the summer of 2020, she had trouble with everyday movements, such as walking, talking, and chewing her food. Consequently, she had to use a power wheelchair to get around. Despite her worsening health, Terry had two dreams she wanted to see fulfilled before she took her final breath. Scooter recalled his mom's last wishes in these words: "She was waiting for her granddaughter to be born, my niece, and she is going on 6 months now, 7 months, and then she was waiting for our wedding. She wanted to be at our wedding. More than anything, the Clarksdale woman longed to see her handsome son walk down the aisle and marry the love of his life." Knowing how much it would mean to his mom, Scooter decided to make his big day memorable for her and himself. For his wedding day on October 9, 2020, the groom picked a special song by a local musician, Mothers by Thomas Fincham, so that he and his mother could enjoy an exclusive dance and create a timeless memory. Scooter said it took him a long time to choose the perfect song and that his sister helped him make the right choice. On the big day, Scooter led his mother's wheelchair onto the dance floor and lifted her with his father's assistance. He held her up for a short while, supporting her body weight so she could lean on him and move gently to the beat. As many as 150 guests in the room were gathered around the dance floor, unable to control their emotions as they watched Scooter whispering something into Terry's ear, his face buried into her shoulder as he wept his heart out. As the music began to fade, he slowly lowered his mom back into her wheelchair. Kneeling beside her with tears streaming down his face, several friends and relatives walked closer to comfort a struggling Scooter and applaud him for the moving dance performance. 10 days after her emotional dance with her beloved son, Terry passed away at 57, leaving her family and friends forever broken. Because she had served Tennessee as a dedicated paramedic for almost 30 years, she received a grand escort of 15 ambulances to the church. Scooter noted that his mom changed countless lives through her kind-heartedness and commitment, and she would always be remembered for the incredible person she was. He said he didn't know about ALS until his mother's soul-crushing diagnosis and hoped to educate himself and the masses. The Hightower family's photographer, Neil Fox, recorded the moment Scooter shared the emotional dance with his dying mother. After Terry's death, Fox posted the video on social media upon her loved one's request to raise awareness about the possible side effects of ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. The video became a viral sensation in no time, picking up millions of views and thousands of comments from netizens from all over the world. The overwhelming response offered closure to Terry's family, with Scooter saying that he interacted with many families who had loved ones battling ALS. Scooter's wife, Afton, expressed that she was amazed by how widely the video was being shared and its growing impact. Regarding her husband's memorable moment on the dance floor with her late mother-in-law, she said, "It was a very bittersweet moment, knowing that was her goal and knowing how much it meant to her and Scooter." People on social media were deeply touched by the Tennessee mother-son duo's dance performance, and many wrote encouraging and supportive comments for the Hightowers. "Congratulations! It was from the heart. So heartwarming. You can see the love they all have. A dance to remember and cherish. It brought tears in my eyes. Happily ever after sick. Laura can't stop crying. Such an emotional, but so touching how he took the time to make sure he had his mother's son dance. Something he'll always cherish, sick. This makes me cry every time I see it. It's just so beautiful, and to know she has since passed makes my heart hurt for him so much more. Rest in eternal peace, dear Terry. You will forever be remembered by the people whose lives you touched, and we're glad your son granted your final wish. Let's move on to the next story. A 5-year-old boy is being commended for his heroic efforts after his mother went into labor ahead of her expected due date. Because of him, his mother was able to give birth to a healthy baby boy. Jalessa Young was left surprised after going into labor way ahead of schedule, especially since she was alone with her 5-year-old son King in the house when it happened. But her son did something uncommon for kids his age, which made people praise him for his efforts. At 5 years old, kids are expected to be empathetic, but to a certain extent. Most of the time, when faced with such a challenging situation, they may start to panic or even hide in order to save themselves the stress and inconvenience. For 5-year-old King, however, this wasn't the case. His mom Jalessa was in excruciating pain after experiencing a constant flow of contractions. As she made her way to the restroom, she kept yelling due to the pain she felt, and that alerted King to rush to her side. The team informed Jalessa's husband, Jared, that she was giving birth, but everything happened too quickly, and by the time he arrived, his second son had been born. When this all happened, her water had already broken, which meant her labor was imminent. Instead of panicking, her son calmly asked her when the pain would disappear. Jalessa explained to her son that it would only go away once she birthed his baby brother. Hearing this, the worried boy rubbed his mom's back to try and soothe her as the contractions began to get stronger and become more frequent. When Jalessa let out a few more screams, according to her, that's when King suggested, "I'm gonna call the ambulance." With his mother's approval, King ran to the phone and called 911. He explained the situation as calmly as he could, telling the person on the line that his mother needed their help. He also made sure to let them know how to get to their house and unlock the doors so that the responders could make their way to his mom without hurdles. The paramedics rushed to the scene as quickly as they could. However, when they arrived, they realized it was too late to head to the hospital, so they opted to deliver the baby at home. And just 15 minutes after her water broke, Jalessa delivered baby Prince. The team informed Jaleesa's husband, Jared, that she was giving birth, but everything happened too quickly, and by the time he arrived, his second son had been born. Nonetheless, the new dad is grateful that there were people to give his wife support when he wasn't around. It was Jalessa and King delivering the baby until the paramedics got there and did the rest of it, Jared shared. The doting dad couldn't be more proud of his son for constantly surprising him with what he could do, at a time when Jared should have been there himself. He was thankful that his son knew what to do and helped his mother throughout the whole labor process. Sharing more about it, he said, "I'm amazed, man. He surprises me every day. I'm grateful. I got a new son. Prince is gonna be just as great as King one day." Jared also made sure to commend his wife Jalessa, whom he called a soldier. He admits that having their child at home was something amazing that he never thought he'd experience, and he was so surprised that it even happened. Like Jared, Jalessa is just as thankful for everything. She made sure to thank the paramedic team and fire department team, who made their way over when King called them, and of course her son. "He was literally my superhero," she praised. Now King is just as helpful to his mom and dad as he was when his mom was giving birth. He is a present older brother to Prince and is delighted to have a new member in the family to join him and his parents. With Prince's entrance just 2 days before Thanksgiving, the family had a lot to be grateful for. In the same way that they were grateful for Prince being born, they were equally grateful to have had King there, making sure that his mom was comfortable and that his little brother was safe.